Well, welcome back to Slime Rancher. I am your humble host, SpoonsAsunder. Now, I believe that I have discovered every type of slime at this point, so I'm going to want to plan out my branch a little more completely now. I like fine-tuning everything, all those systems. So first things first, I want to make these pink honeys, but I don't know if I want all of them, so I want 3, 4, 5. I think 10 per enclosure is reasonable. That way I'll have a bit of a leftover. Because most foods, it seems like, give you 15 per harvest, I guess, or whatever it is. Except for chickens, and who knows how quickly that's going to work. It seems to vary a lot. So I'll take the rest of these honeys out of there. And they're just gonna vanish because I don't want to kill them. Yeah, see, they just vanished. I totally did not just shoot them into the ocean. They just walked away on their own. I released them into the wild. They're fine. Now I have some pink honeys here. And they'll eat anything, but I believe I want to give them mint mangoes still, so they give me a whole lot of pinks, and that should make it a lot easier for the refinery being right next to it. That should be their favorite. Yep, they're giving me 2 of each, which is much better. And I don't want to keep these as pink booms because that's not working out too well, to be honest. So I want to mix, I think I want to make boom dervishes because that sounds awesome. But of course they don't have dervishes yet. So they're gonna sit there for now. I'll come back for you. I've been slowly gathering some briar hens for that that boom gordo. I don't want to take like all of them or they'll stop producing. So, are there any chicks in here? No? Fine, you can have one of them. The crystals I would like to move as well, but I'm not sure. What was I wanting to mix them with? I know I had something in mind. I actually don't know about the crystals, so I'm gonna abduct all of them and take them to the other place. If I can do it without dying. Wow! That was a mistake. I am at 10 health. I'm sorry. I'm feeding you, crystals. Why are you so angry? It's probably just because I'm stepping on all of that and it's not actually them hitting me. But please stop making all those spikes. That would be helpful. I have too many crystals anyway, so I'm just gonna cart a few of these over to, I think, the docks is where I want to keep them because I'm out of room everywhere else. And I want to do something strange in that cave there. Oh yes, I made an incinerator and threw all my fire slimes in here, which is awesome. And they feed on ash, so I have to like burn everything else by throwing it into the incinerator to feed them, it looks like. I don't know if there's a way to tell how much ash is already in there other than just looking at it and seeing that it looks low. But I put in a bogo fruit tree here because that seems to give me the most fruit. I only got plorts out of that. I was trying to grab slimes. Fine. Oh well. So yeah, I got the pogo fruit because I think that'll be the quickest thing to produce ash with because I don't really need it for anything else. Also, I'm trying out this weird little trick. I noticed when I was replanting things, it takes a while for the fruit to start growing, but if I go here and remove crops and then grow one, it will immediately grow like this and then sprout fruit. So yes, it spends a fruit to do it and like 10 money, which is nothing, but I'm thinking it makes it a whole lot faster. So if I'm short on crops, I can at least do that. Maybe I'm totally wrong about it, but I think it speeds it up a little, assuming I get there in time and it's not already at that point of growing. So that's a little neat trick. You guys can try if you want and see if it works. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. It immediately sprouts more fruit, I believe, every time. Yep. So they look like half grown already. That should be a whole lot quicker. But what I was talking about, I just throw things into this, and it creates ash like crazy. And then the fire slimes are all happy and they produce fire plorts, which are pretty good. They're a little hard to collect because, ow, And you are not safe on the ground. And they bounce a lot. So it's kind of hard to like throw them in the trough without them just bouncing out again. That's a little annoying. I might want to not take as many of these guys, but I like them. They're all fiery and awesome. Ow. So if maybe one or two bounce out, maybe I won't care so much, you know? Because they're kind of overcrowded as it is. Yeah, the heartbeats I got to a little too late. They were already out of the ground. So I don't think the little trick to make them grow faster would work. Would be really worth it at that point. That's probably just a tiny little increase in efficiency, but I like those things. I like to optimize as much as possible in any game like this. So I'm gonna do it anyway whenever I can. Those tangles that I threw over here look extremely happy because they're just grabbing chickens left and right wherever they can find them. I probably don't even need to feed these things because they just get their own food in this place, which is pretty awesome, I'd say. Yeah, so I want to put the boom dervishes here, I think, because they're out of the way. And those dervishes create tornadoes, and I have no idea what sort of mayhem that will cause, but I imagine it will be mayhem, so I want to keep them isolated. I'm probably going to get rid of this lemon tree, and because it's just not worth it, and replace it with whatever these guys are going to eat. I'll probably mix these guys with mosaics. We'll bring those back. And I'm guessing they're the vegetarian because the tangles eat the painted chickens, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So hopefully mosaics are vegetarian and I can mix them with that. Oka Okas right now are pretty useless, but what I want to do in that grotto, the cave, is put all my quantums there, and I'm thinking of trying out to like free range them, not actually put them in pens, because I think that'll be interesting. I'm kind of worried about the quantums escaping anyway, so this way I won't have to worry about it because they're already escaped, you know? Q-berries are very plentiful, and that's the favorite of the phosphors, and the phosphors should be down here anyway. So the plan was to mix phosphors with quantums and let them free range down there, and then make all three of those plots Q-berry trees so they can just eat as many as they want, and I'll just keep filling it with more phosphor quantums and see how that goes. How did you get out? That's not cool. I don't want these okas, I want the crystals. I was gonna move them anyway. I probably made him escape while I was trying to grab them. I gotta be all careful grabbing these things. It's so dangerous. Danger. Danger. Come on. It's alright. I'm just moving you. I'm not murdering you. Yet. Is that all of you? Nope. One more hiding in the middle. Got them all. So obviously I need to move the crystals if I'm going to be doing that to this place. So I'm going to put them down by the docks, I think, because everywhere else is kind of full. I'm going to come back and grab some odd onions so I can grow those down there with them. See how that works out. Alright, all you crystals, you can go in here. Now I got a bunch of puddles and I don't even need to build a spot for them, which is very nice. I do want to put a little, the link to the market down here so I don't have to carry these puddles. No, you guys can keep your rubber ducky. I don't want that. I just wanted the floor. Yeah, so that way I can sell whatever these guys produce here, and I don't have to worry about that. So I need a garden for odd onions, and I need to put something else here that eats carrots, I guess. So maybe pinks? Because carrots kind of suck. I don't need two for now though. I'm just going to put one garden of odd onions just so I have them and I don't have to track them down in the wild anymore. Because that was a bit of a pain. You guys doing alright? Mostly. I want to give them a few chickens, but I'm saving them. Also, I have way too many hunter honey plorts and nothing to do with them, so I'm going to just sell some. I do really like them though. I want to keep these guys around. I think this spot is really nice. I'm going to keep this mostly the same. Unless I find better ones, but I like how that is. Also, I got another piece of mail, so I might as well check that. Casey, about Africa. Thanks, B. I never knew you felt that way. I picture you out there on a safari, avoiding the clutches of lions on the savannah, riding elephants across raging rivers, and then as you sit under the stars at night, your weathered hand opens up a locket and there's a picture of me inside. Maybe that's what you picture. And then your loyal chimpanzee companion gives you a somber, knowing look. I don't know about that part. Is that accurate? No. Well, for what it's worth, I missed you too when I was in LA. That part was just awful, but at least I got some stage time. Casey. P.S. The chimp's name was Colonel Bananas. Why do you get to name her chimp's name? Why do you get to name her chimpanzee companion on her safari? It's not your safari. Just stay in your awful bar. Casey. Okay, that may have been an overreaction, but Casey's done for now. I'm just gonna burn some fruit. You know the penalty for getting old, Roostro. And you looked a little old, so yeah, good enough. How dare you? Alright, growing odd onions there, and I'll give the rest to you guys because you're probably hungry from the move. Still don't know what I'm putting in the rest of that spot. I'm gonna gather a few chickens on my way just to keep these tangles happy. It will be easier once I put a garden there, and in this garden, remove the lemons and put in whatever the mosaics like best. That should help. Here, have some chickens. Ugh. So barbaric. Of course, it's not barbaric at all for me to just throw chickens in there for them. It's only barbaric for them to eat them. Burn them all! Burn them all! I'm starting to sound like a mad king. There, is that enough ash for you? Whoa. What's with you jumping all over the place? Get back in there. Well, yeah, it was definitely low before. I guess you just go by the level. Oh well. That's good enough. We'll get some puddles real quick. What are you doing out of there? I don't have room for you. You'll either die, or I'll come back for you. Let's see if I can get there quick enough. You dead yet? Or are you dead? You're not dead. Alright, they can survive a good while outside. Is it because I put too much ash and now they can bounce out? Because that would suck. Oh, also, yes, my friend is still back there. He's just gonna live back there forever. So happy about that. Also, I'm pretty sure this trick does definitely work because I'm getting a whole lot more than I usually did. They actually have a reserve here, and I used to not get that. Of course, I wasn't like totally on top of it or anything, but those fire guys like to bounce out of their cage. It's not that dangerous, except for their own lives. And there's a lot of them, so if they want to jump out of their ashtray and just die out there, then that's up to them. Who am I to deny them? It's their choice. Get back in there. Maybe I shouldn't make the ash that high. Loading? Oh yeah, it's midnight. I guess it has to refresh the prices. I'm not complaining. They look good. Why? Why do you insist on dying? Did a weird little slide there. That was strange. What is this? Mirror's Edge? Yeah, I'm building up a reserve on food much quicker like that. Of course, you have to be around at the farm to do that little trick, so that's the caveat. If you put in the extra timing, effort, then good for you, but you don't have to. Then you'll just, I guess, have to keep less slimes in your cages. Or just make them go hungry if you're a cruel master. Which I am not, unless it's convenient. Alright, that's more of a reasonable level now. So the lesson is, don't fill the ashtray completely up with ash or they will bounce themselves out and murder themselves. And as I say that, of course, I'm refilling the ashtray. Why not? More. Even more. I'll just keep it all the way full, and as many of them they want to murder themselves, go right ahead. I'll just cull the herd. Okay, so what I want to do is get rid of these. Well, let's actually harvest them just in case I want to gather and feed them, even though I probably won't because that's extra work. And I'm going to replace this and start growing a cubeberry tree here. So many vegetables just lying around down there. I'll probably bring the other one up here and start growing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do up here, or if they can climb the ramp. I mean, I'm assuming they can climb the ramp. They probably won't, a lot of them, because they'll just get stuck here and go, I can't get up. Because they're slimes, they're not exactly intelligent, but that's growing. I'm gonna demolish this, even though it's sad because I lose that money. But that's fine. For another cubeberry tree there. I'm gonna leave my spares here and then start taking away all this stuff because I don't want to just leave it on the ground here to rot. I don't want to walk all the way over there to give these to the crystals, so you guys can have those odd onions. These have fallen off the tree, so you guys can have all those. Hope you're hungry. I should just put it in their food dispenser, but no. I'll just throw it in their face. Always way too many carrots, so I'm just gonna give it to these guys in the meantime, like I usually do. Just get rid of them. Whoa. You know the penalty. Penalty. There you go. Penalty. Okay, right here I am going to make another corral for those boom dervishes that I want to put here. So you guys can have music too. I don't have dervishes yet, but I do have plorts. So I'm just gonna throw them in here to make sure that I have them allocated. I think that works, yep. Because I want 10 in there, so I have to collect 10 actual dervishes, not their plorts, and bring them back here. I have too many oka okas, nothing to do with them. I'm thinking instead of the boom pinks that I have up at the research place, I'm gonna make rad pinks and then feed them oka okas because that's a whole lot easier to do. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing with the rad plorts here because I want to make pink rads. Stupid carrots. Get back in there. I'm gonna set that to barely any while I get this set up. Just run out here real quick to find some pinks. Why are there no pinks here? There's a pink. I only need 10 of you. Just enough to mix with some radiation. Don't worry, it'll be totally fine. You'll get a little irradiated for the rest of your lives until I decide to throw you in the ocean. I mean release you to the wild, because I totally didn't just murder all of those pink booms that were previously in your pen. Yeah. Alright. Pinks get to go in here. And then I'll take these rads back out and make them pink rads. Go for it, pinks. They look creepy. I like them. We'll get it. There you go. And now they have carrots. I saved some oka okas though that I was gathering. I'm gonna give them those instead. Fine, you guys get these first, and then you can munch on the carrots while I'm gone. Yes, I know there's a lot. Hope you're hungry. So, what that means is I'm going to empty out this whole chicken place and replace it with an oka oka farm. So, want some roosters? Guys have some meat for a while. Why would you ever need high walls for a chicken place? That's a weird thing to do. I guess so the slimes don't get in, but are they really gonna get in? There, I got a new pink farm here with honeys and rads. So I need to make sure all of the rad plorts are totally out of this cave so they don't make tars, because from now on I will only want phosphors and wontons living in this entire cave. I don't know if it'll work to try to free range the slimes or if they'll just all eventually wander away and I'll be left with nothing and have to do a fresh start. But if it does work, I think I'll be able to take care of more because they'll be able to feed themselves and just leave plorts everywhere. Fine. Happy now? There. And they'll just leave plorts all over the cave and then I can just go in every once in a while and pick them up and they'll never be hungry because they'll have the trees that they can just wander around to and eat whenever they want. Sounds much happier than living in a corral. I left this one too long. It had an elder. You know what that means. Wow, these guys have been busy. Got 38 fire plorts from there in one go. Those guys are very prolific, and I don't even, well, I do have to feed them ash. But it's not good food. That sells for a good amount. You still alive? Good. I was hoping he wouldn't have died. Back in there. Alright, all you Brad Phosphors, it's time to go away. I know, I'm sorry. I had a lot more of these guys than I thought. Bye. The last phosphorad. It's time. I'm sorry. You served me well, and I know you're hungry, but it's time. Farewell. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. So, I have no idea if this will work, but this is the plan. So I'm going to throw all my quantums in here. I got 30 of them. So they're going to probably be a little unhappy. I know I have 30 phosphor plorts here. So I'm going to gather those and then mix them, and then hopefully they'll go after the Q-berries and just be happy and not ghost all the way. Oh, they look cool too. I'm glad I chose this. Alright, all of you, get one of these. I really hope this works out because it did take a while to gather all of these quantums. And I believe that the phosphors and the quantums are fairly peaceful, so it shouldn't be that bad to come down here and gather things because, like, they're all going to be nice to me. They don't want to boot me into oblivion or anything. It's just going to be full of a bunch of yellow ghosts with weird antenna. They're so cool, and there's so many of them. Meet the phosphor, there you go. Yep. Alright. I missed a tube. Where are you? This cave is so frantic right now. This is an awesome idea. I hope they have enough Q-berries. Of course, both of these guys like fruit, so it's probably not like the most ideal mix for variety of food. But if I'm only giving them one thing that is their favorite, I don't think it'll matter. Where's the other two? Did they wander away already or die or something? Where'd they go? I mean, if they do wander all the way out of the cave, they'll probably die because now they're phosphors and they'll disappear. Did they already just... Alright, they probably ate like the ones that already got produced. Is that a ghost? A weird spot for a ghost. You get back in the cave. Get back in the cave. I'm gonna throw a bunch... Nope, not those. Throw a bunch of Q-berries down in the middle so they can sort of try to gather. They all look pretty happy to me. It's insane down here for sure. But I don't know, I think it worked out pretty well. It's just swarming with these guys now. I should remove this corral to give it a full try because I think they're going to need the food. I know it's a waste of money. Give me a Q-berry. They're so happy and there's Q-berries and plorts everywhere. I'm just going to pick them up and see how many I got from the first thing because it will be a little chaotic. It's not a plort collector. That's the only downside to doing it this way. Then I have to do it manually. But I should get a whole lot more, I would think. That probably isn't going to be too bad. We'll see. It's a good trial run. Well, I got a full load of plorts for both of those, and they're just everywhere. This is awesome. I'm very glad I did this to the cave. I'll let them roam and leave my base, and hope that when I come back, they're still here, and they haven't wandered out and disappeared. But I really hope they're still there, because that's amazing. Just gonna sell these real quick, and then I can finally go back and get my things. I have definitely enough chickens to go explode that boom and see what's up with that. But that might be one for the next one. Also, I have another mail from Casey, probably. Of course it's from Casey. He is busy today. Hi B, the year we both came home, do you think it ever could have worked? I mean, being with you again every day instead of the long distance thing, that was great. I remember feeling really happy, but something was missing. We both knew that we were giving something up for it all. I think about it all the time, that if we had been less honest about it all, how you might still be running that little garden shop and I'd still be trying to write music out of a basement. It doesn't matter. I should have told you then what I never did. I should have said it 100 times. Casey. Yet, long-distance relationships are very difficult to maintain. Okay, I know this episode has been mostly reorganizing my farm and making awesome new slime combinations, but look what I have created. It's a wondrous cave, full of glowing yellow, ghost, weird slime creatures and cube trees. It's amazing. So I will be going back to whatever the new place is called. I don't even know. The place that the ancient ruins teleporter took me, wherever that is, to gather up my stuff again. And then I'll be coming back and finishing up the rest of my farm with all the new slimes with mosaics and tangles and dervishes. Many thanks for watching this video, and until next time, may your spoons remain.